Wow, been a while since we've done this, haven't we? Put in that clutch, turn that key. Sorry neighbors, Smurf is screaming. So 4 years ago, I made a video called, Can Car Guys Have Relationships? And essentially I said, well, yeah, but it might be a little difficult for the girl. Or guy, vice versa, if they're not into cars. But I'm here to tell you that 4 years later, yeah, absolutely. The answer is a no-brainer. I would be a complete hypocrite to say that you can't date while being a complete car nerd. That's just an atrocious thing to think about. So instead of me making the argument saying that it might be hard for the other person, I'm actually gonna be talking about us this year. I'm gonna be talking about how we can be selfish in a way as car people in relationships and how not to screw it up. Do you want to keep that special person around while also having your other baby? So, is it possible? Yes. How do we do it? Let me show you. So I have a certain set of rules that I've made in my head when you finally find the one for you. And as car enthusiasts, we want to go to events. We want to build cars. Modding cars is not cheap. It's a financial decision, and you and I both know that's not a good investment. When you build a car, it's not an investment. We build cars for entertainment. End of story. The reason we build cars for entertainment is because we're addicted to modifying cars. That's what we do. And it's what we love to do. So just like somebody in the music scene getting a new guitar, getting a new amp, or getting a new CDJ DJ set, we put a supercharger on our car. We add suspension. We make it look pretty. That's what we do. How do we justify this to our significant other? So the reason I'm talking about all this is that it's around Valentine's Day. It's the right time of year to talk about it. And here are some rules to follow if you haven't asked this person out yet or you're with somebody right now when it comes to car stuff. Rule number 1, pick the right partner. I am completely guilty of having a terrible dating history. A lot of you guys might know that I have chosen the wrong people pretty much every time. My dating timeline makes me look like I've been around. The truth is that, well, they just weren't the right people. I was always a sucker. I'm a hopeless romantic, and anytime somebody was like, oh my God, David, I like you, and I'm like, oh my God, I like you too. Oh, we should go out sometime, and not really looking into it, bad idea. So what I'm saying is rule number 1, pick the right partner. You have to let these people up front know that you're obsessed with this. Like, this is all you got. It is your passion. They're gonna have to deal with it. And if they can't deal with it, you shouldn't go out with them. If they don't like the hobby, have them at least respect your hobby. Let them be at least supportive. If they're like, oh my God, you like cars? I don't get it. Bye. I love those speed dating memes where it's like, B18, B16, Coyote Motor LS. What? We're done here. But you shouldn't be that brutal, of course. But get to know them before you ask them out. Tell them what you do, and that it takes up a lot of your time. Rule number 2. This might be the most important rule of all. For the love of God, if you're gonna go to a car event, even if you know that they can't go because of work, even if you know that there's no possible way they can make it, invite them anyway. My poor girlfriend Alejandra has felt bad sometimes because I'll go out to a car event when she's at work and she's like, you didn't tell me about it. I wish I could have called off work. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a terrible boyfriend. No, don't do that. Essentially, no matter what, let them know where you're going, how long you're gonna be there, and who you're gonna be there with. The funny thing is though, is that most car events are pretty much all dudes, and for the most part, you typically don't have much to worry about if you're a girl. Fast and Furious made it so not true. There's not a lot of scantily clad women everywhere, and if they are, they're hired models, which, let's face it, they're probably not gonna go out with you. But at the same time, dudes, you gotta be loyal, don't be that guy. So no matter what, invite your woman. Number 3 is a hard one. But don't let car parts just magically show up at your house without them knowing about it if they live with you. Like, I get phone calls from Alejandra all the time and she's like, babe, there's a giant human-sized box. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my new bumper for my Integra. And she's like, oh, well, okay. Which is cool, because she supports me and she knows this is my life. but at the same time, poor Alejandra is trying to drag a giant package while I'm gone. Also, this kind of goes in hand with keep your garage organized and clean. Especially with a girlfriend that's really not into cars, a dirty garage with tools everywhere makes it look 10 times worse. It makes it look like the immature hobby, you know, that you just completely let go. So here's a great story. Whenever Forza Motorsport 4 came out, I was playing online, I was in college, and I overheard this conversation in one of the public lobbies. And the guy was like, yeah, my wife just divorced me. And I was like, oh, dude, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I was working on my car too much. I guess you would say the next rule is pay attention to your girlfriend. Don't only work on your car. Take some time to be with them. Your car is your baby, especially before a relationship. If that's all where your focus was, it's sometimes hard to kind of, you know, share it. But you have to remember, this is an inanimate object and it's not gonna miss you. It's not gonna go anywhere and it's not gonna cheat on you. Make sure to spend time with your girlfriend and also make sure you're clear that they're your top priority. And make sure after you've worked on your car or gone to the shop and hung out with your friends all day working on cars, take a freaking shower before you hug them or anything. I think that's just out of respect. Alejandra's always like, David, I love you, but can you go take a shower? Because you have the, you know, dirty hands and everything else. You gotta get that orange glow going on. Speaking of cleaning yourself up, I just clean shaved for Valentine's Day for her. And speaking of that, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. If you're like me and you're sick of the nonsense at the store, now is the time to try Dollar Shave Club. For a limited time, Dollar Shave Club is basically giving away their shower and shave starter set to new members for only $5. Starter set features their executive razor and 3 trial size versions of their most popular products that help you stay fresh and clean. In your first box, you will receive their shave butter, body wash, and 1 wipe, Charlie's butt wipes, which is the classiest way to wipe the booty. You will also receive their executive razor, which includes their premium weighty handle and full cassette of cartridges. After the first box, replacement is sent for only a few bucks a month. This offer is exclusively available at dollarshaveclub.com/thatdudeinblue. That's dollarshaveclub.com/thatdudeinblue. I think the last rule is for you, and that is to stay true to yourself. If this is your hobby and you have somebody bossing you around in a relationship and it makes you sad that you're not seeing your friends again or anything, 1, either tell them how you feel, or 2, see ya. I would say that my car family is some of the best family time I've ever had, if you could call it that. But at the same time, a bunch of my friends in Virginia Beach and Richmond, where I used to be, they've all moved on and they've had kids and they've gotten married, and I'm so proud of them. Everybody has grown up so fast this past 4 years. For some reason, everybody says it's the end of the world when you get married when it comes to car stuff. And if that is the case, you're with the wrong person. My girlfriend Alejandra saw the entire catastrophe that was my Blue Jay-Z build over all those 2 years almost. And she was still cool with it. She was still like, you know, baby, I support you. You're gonna get through this and you're gonna finish the car. And that's how she is with my next projects. That's how she is with the future. She's always supportive, and I love her for that. And that never happened with my previous relationships. They kind of blew off everything I said about cars, and they blew off my interest. You know, I would try my very best to be interested in whatever they were interested in. I always supported them that way, but it was never a two-way street. It was never the other way. And we have to fight that uphill battle as car people when we're finding a partner in life. I know this all sounds pretty dramatic, but it's pretty true. I just thought of one extra rule. Get them involved. If they're not into it, at least invite them out, like I said, at events, but teach them how to drive manual. It's a classic thing to do. It's almost a date. It tests out your patience. It tests out your frustration. It tests out how you can work as a team to teach each other something. It's kind of the perfect date. Take them to car events where they can get ride-alongs with really fast drivers. Take them to drift events where they can slide in cars. Teach them how to do these things. If you are with somebody, you are sharing your world with them, and they should be involved. And the more involved that they feel and less disconnected they feel, the more they will be willing to accept your hobby and maybe even get into it later. Alejandra now, she is all about it. She's like, car event, let's go. I'm about it. And with that, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. I want to thank each and every one of you who were here for the first video 4 years ago. And thank you all so much. I hope that this helps all of you who are going through a lot. And for the love of God, get your ass out of the friend zone in the gray area. Stop talking to her and just ask her out, because it's just gonna end badly if you don't. Not car related, but just from experience. I upload every single Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a fantastic freaking day. Goodbye.